This is NewsNation Now. I'm Nichole, Berlie, live at our NewsNation headquarters in Chicago. We begin today with the race for the White House. There are now 70 days until the November 5th election. And in just 2 weeks, former President Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are set to square off in their first debate. Now, both camps have been testing policy messages ahead of that nationally televised debate, which right now may or may not happen as both sides bicker about debate specifics. But one thing not up for debate, the number one issue for voters right now, the economy, an issue that has been a key focus for former President Trump's campaign, which continues criticizing Kamala Harris and the Biden administration on their handling of inflation. But today, Harris is hitting back, releasing a new ad criticizing the former president for not fighting for the middle class.
If you want to know who someone cares about, look who they fight for. Donald Trump fights for billionaires and large corporations. I will fight to give money back to working and middle-class Americans. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
On NewsNation's Joe Khalil live for us in D.C. Joe, with more on what each of these candidates are promising voters when it comes to that all-important issue of the economy.
Yeah, and you just showed it in that chart, right? The economy is incredibly important. In fact, when we ask voters which of all of the topics will be the driving force to get them to come out and vote, or their most important issue, the economy is the most popular answer there. So both campaigns are hitting this hard, both releasing ads just in the last 2 or 3 days, focusing on the economy, focusing their messages on the economy as well. You just played a little bit from Kamala Harris. We're going to play more from her new ad, and also following that, a new ad from the Trump campaign as well. Take a listen.
And prices are still too high. When I am elected president, I will make it a top priority to bring down costs. We should be doing everything we can to make it more affordable to buy a home. Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics.
So in that second ad there from the Trump campaign, the message is clear, right? This Harris versus Harris debate, the idea being if you're uncomfortable with prices now, Kamala Harris is the incumbent vice president. This is on her watch. And if you look back to 2019, prices of nearly everything have gone up. Food prices in that time up nearly 20%. Median home prices in that time, some 35% increase since 2019. So that is the message the Trump campaign is really trying to hammer home. On the other side, the Harris campaign is saying that the Trump campaign's tax plans, if you look at them, are going to benefit the uber wealthy, while their campaigns are going to focus on the middle class. So these are their tax proposals. Let's actually take a look at what they're proposing. Harris, the top 1% of earners, their tax rate is going to go from 39 to 44. That is an increase. There's going to be a corporate tax rate, which today is 21%. She wants to push that to 28%, higher taxes on corporations, and minimum tax rate, meaning very wealthy people who often find ways to pay under 20%. She says, no, there will be a 25% minimum tax on all earners. So that, again, generally applies to wealthy people. On the other side, the Trump campaign says that their top tax rate for high earners will go down a bit from 39 now to 37. The corporate tax rate, corporations pay 21 now. They would pay 20, so a small cut there as well. And no minimum tax rate under the Trump plan. So there are a couple of things that both sides agree on, actually. One is the child tax credit. If you're a parent, you're going to get a tax break. Both Trump and Harris say that is a good idea. And then no taxes on tips. If you're a worker who earns some of their wages by tips, you are not going to get taxed on that in the Trump plan and in the Harris plan as well. So a lot there to digest, I know, with the economic stuff, but that is a sort of side-by-side comparison, Nichole, as to where their campaigns are, and both are going to really try to message why theirs is going to help Americans versus the other.
Yeah, Joe Khalil walking us through all of that as we start to digest it. Joe, thank you. All right, let's bring. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.